November 20th or November 20th, 2019. At 11:30 p.m. or a.m. or 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Westchester, Pennsylvania. A typical location for the subject self. See how long this runs for. I think I know why he's upset.
What?
He's smelling stuff.
I can hear what you say.
He's smelling stuff.
Like, what's he smelling?
Well, he's sensing that these people are following me around. I think he is. Pretty sure he is. That's what I'm saying, you know. I'm an evolutionary biologist. I can't just do stuff like that. You know, a lot of these animals have got powers we don't. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, I'm great. It's gonna get warm in a minute. No, I know, but this would be too hot for out there during the day right now. So it's fine for right now. Yeah.
It holds charge?
Yeah.
So you get a charger that can just keep charging it up on mine. Charger. Because I kept my old phone, which is sort of like yours. So
Well,
I've got contacts, pictures, and all kinds of things in there. It wouldn't all transfer to this new phone.
right.
So.
No, I know. It's good you kept the other one, but that's something smart you'd probably do, isn't it? Yeah, he can sense people are preying on me. He probably can. That's what he was smelling. But hey, as long as people continue doing that, you know, out of all people, somebody that's trying to be a scientist, okay.
Yeah.
I really am passionate about this, you know. I've never really felt like any. I know, it's fine.
They're just long.
They're just long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's on fire.
Okay, well, I'll get up and. It's more important that we get there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna trip. What did you say?
I want it to be not much of a problem for like the next 8 years. That long how long we've had it. This is one of the guys, the other guy about 8 years ago, it was 2011 or something.
2012.
2012?
You're talking about when we got Jarko?
No, I'm talking about the truck.
Oh, yeah, 2011. It's only like a little less than a mile, right?
I think it's about a mile. About a mile.
I think it's...
Maybe a mile and a half.
Right.
And we can go real quick. And we found it going straight down Rosedale to Franklin. And then that one cut across behind Green Field. It's faster.
Alright.
I think they'd have a button here, so they'd have one up there and that other light.
Right.
They really should try to place the cars here. The cars come up here, you can't see them around the corner. But the way they get it in. So I'm just going to switch them off.
Happy. He's happy as shit. I just don't want to talk much until we get there.
What?
I don't want to talk much until we get there. So we get there on time, plus I'm doing this thing.
Cords were walking with you and with Colin. He's talking about wanting to kill all these rich people and stuff. And
He just says the count. He always likes playing devil's advocate to piss people off. He doesn't. Honestly, I just think they should pay their taxes and stop trying to bribe me and stop acting entitled with, sex and stuff. Because they don't get in relationships because, that's the only thing I really want them to stop doing. That's it. They're paying their fair share of taxes. I don't know about that, though. He just says stuff to get people riled up. So that he likes doing that, like doing devil's advocate type of stuff.
Right.
He's just like that. Not really, affecting me. So I want to have... I mean, nobody affects me anymore. I've just witnessed so much that it's like... A lot of the shit that people argue over is so frivolous. Like, I don't even, feed into it because it's just so frivolous. I've experienced so much. Like, I don't care. That's why I was sitting there laughing. I can't help but do that now. Like, it's just like, because he was literally freaking out about nothing. Like, that didn't even personally affect him. Why is he getting so upset? I mean, I wasn't laughing because I was insensitive. You just got to see I've, literally been through fucking hell. Dealing with the shit I'm dealing with, standing up to money. So I just, I don't have any kind of, that's why I said, an empathetic sociopath. because I still got my empathy, but I'm kind of like just immune to a lot of painful type of stuff. Maybe that would be, you know, sensitive to some people. What's that? What's that?
I'm going to put on a pace a little bit because I really want to get home and have time to do stuff before it's time to leave.
Yeah.
She's driving us to a yoga class and who knows what all else.
But I've dealt with a lot of hell, standing up to the hierarchy society has put in place of, you know, for us. So I just experienced a lot. I could survive anything really, except maybe a chimp attack. Maybe that would be the only thing. But even then, I study those things, so I know how they act. But regardless, like I won't even care. I have authority over my own life. Fuck that. I just can't believe how openly this stuff is like being given to me. It's like, it's like the most open presentation.
What is?
Just these behaviors, people preying on me. This is like, you know nothing about somebody. You don't inflict this stuff. I don't know anything about this person. Why the hell would he conduct this shit on me? I mean, I never was around him. I don't know anything about him. Why, like... Really something.
Here, I don't know what it is. What's a garbage truck?
It smelled like something like that, yeah. Behaviors in Pennsylvania, that means that it's not just cultural. That means that it is biological, it's not cultural. It's gotta be. if people laugh at me or do any of these things,
I'm sorry, what?
just for this person, I can make an entire argument of a complete hierarchy going on amongst humans. And people just openly present this information to me. They'll, even if they aren't directly, directed by this person, whom no one will give me an explanation in this person's philosophy of life or any kind of theories on anything why these people want to do so much to please him. But it must just be because of a hierarchy, that he's got enough money to pay them. And whether it's learned behavior, whether it's manipulation techniques, or laughter as a learned behavior, people openly express that, yes, this is precisely what's going on. I mean, these people are just trolling me. They came all the way from California just to troll me. Now that makes the whole argument that this is biological, not cultural. Their servitude to him is not cultural. It must be biological. I mean, that's really something, isn't it? Their entire servitude to him is completely biological. They do it because they see him as the hierarchical master of their lives. For no reason other than this person's got cash in his hand, which makes a whole argument of its own. And then with the laughter as a learned behavior to also serve this person, people openly demonstrate that to me as well. It's really incredible. I've got so many documented archetypes of you, of this guy I worked with, of all the people I worked with at this place called Egg Slut, which that right off the bat, a sexual, it's all tied with money and sex. There's servitude to this person. It's incredible. I mean, I don't even know the amounts of people that really do honor this individual. All of their lives are to serve this person, and it's simply because he has the object in his hand that they adore and that they want to strive to have. There's no philosophy or anything. It's completely non-human. It's just a primate type of thing. This is not cultural. This is biological. These people are just enacting their primate. What? Out of all people, me, somebody that's trying to study these things, that they choose to inflict these predatory behaviors on. It's really something. Now, these people that serve him, I think that they're on drugs, but many of the people that enact laughter to serve him, people that will laugh at me to serve him, they don't do it directly. They do it because it's learned. So, in other words, they see somebody laugh at me, they'll do it as well. But these people are just openly giving this to me. You have no idea the hours of footage I have. And the archetypes. It's nuts. And people seem to, they want to demonstrate it more to me. And here's the thing, if he does convert everybody to not liking me to serve him, he's going to give me a better argument. Because then I'll really be able to analyze it on a collective level. So either way, I have an argument. Hypothetically, really, I do want him to expand his regime if it is based on slandering me, because that's going to give me a whole argument of this did it all for him. They do it all for him. And it's not a philosophy that he has. It's not a belief system in terms of morals of life this person follows that they adhere to in some kind of humanistic standpoint. It's completely based on the fact that this person has a hierarchical signifying object that as primates they desire. There's absolutely nothing humanistic about this at all.
What was that thing about California you saw me in?
Because he has these archetypes that he hires
Oh, really?
to manipulate me. He thinks that I'm stupid because this person knows nothing about me. You know how many guys I was around in Kutztown. This is just one of them. I never was around this person, and we never had a conversation. So even when I was smart, I've always been smart. This person knows nothing about me. So there is like these guys, like I said, like my old coworker. For some reason, he's obsessed with him, and he'll there is one archetype in particular, but they're purely based on the visual. So in other words, these people look like, it's purely based on lookalikes. So people that look like somebody else, and I don't know. One of the few things I do know about this person, apparently he enacts this method a lot, and I guess it must work. And if the girls don't like him, by the end of it, he'll at least drive them crazy, so they'll kill themselves. But again, I don't know anything about this person, so I don't even know if that's true. But everything that's been presented to me is these people that look like other people. So there is this man whom I do have documentation of all these archetypes, because they are doing it in a public setting. So I have recorded their behavior. I have almost 10 out. They'll manipulate my friendships out there and everything. Manipulate my job opportunities. They're obsessed with lookalikes of people, significant people in my life. So they have several lookalikes of you. Guys that they've hired to manipulate. The whole quest is that he's their master. So they want to get me to have sex with this person again. The quest is that. But they think that they can do that, or he thinks they can do that, by these things with lookalikes. So, in other words, there was a person. I was sitting in the library, and at this point I didn't really understand what he was doing, because generally when people practice this, that's what I'm arguing. It's actually a widespread practice, apparently, in terms of what I was reading on the internet, of these guys that have enough money. A girl doesn't like them, a woman doesn't like them. They can actually hire these people to kind of utilize these visual archetypes to potentially manipulate a woman into sleeping with them. I'm arguing that it's kind of a primate-like predatory behavior that they're inflicting here. So I can show you, there's hours of data, like hours. And these men look like you, and they're designed to manipulate me. It's weird. But yeah, this guy, he's probably the archetype that looks the most like you out of all the ones that have but he's got it obviously isn't you, but from the back it might look like you, because he also has a black ponytail, but but he's got brown eyes and a more refined face. you know? And so, well, I don't know. I mean, honestly, it's so psychological. You probably wouldn't know. It wasn't until it was inflicted on me, maybe halfway, that I recognized what they were doing. So, but apparently this is a method that is widely used according to the internet. You can, like, kind of, they put me through hell dealing with this. Because I was so, they knew, at least this person, whom is not my alpha, but is the alpha of these people, okay? That's just what it is. Not my alpha, but to these people, and they've been drugged, I do believe, into viewing it that way, because there seems to be lack of rational thinking, or even viewing me as anything more than an object. They knew that egg slut had, such an important value to me. That's really what it is. And that if they could take that away from me, if they could monopolize on my emotions and take that from me, then he would get me into the position where he could control me. And he could enact these types of behaviors. Now, there wasn't any kind of planning in terms of my neurology, it sounds like, kind of implemented here. Right. I mean, total absence altogether of any kind of neurological state of myself or psychological state. It doesn't seem like that. That's why this person...
Let's take a short rest here.
Right.
This truck can go by us once you get into it. Your shoestrings are really untied.
I don't care. There's so many more important things, like this. I've counted this whole process. It's so intricate. This person knows nothing about me, and it's just so funny because I'm going to literally take this whole thing, turn it into a whole dissertation. There are I'd say about 10 lookalikes for each. I don't know, something about this guy worked at JD, and then you. This person must have identified that they hold significant emotional purpose in my life at one point. Even though that person, I haven't seen him in over a year, but for some reason, and again, this dismisses my psychological perspective on life, because I haven't seen him in over a year, and me wanting to work with him, me having any kind of friendship with him, maybe anything that almost was, really had little to do with how he looked. So the goal is to somehow manipulate me into doing something for this person, or in I don't know, I wrote a whole thing on it already, but I've got a lot of data to back this up. It's weird. It's just like, out of all the people that because this is a widely practiced thing, out of all the people that they would choose to inflict this on, it's like somebody that wants their dissertation in the study of humans, in the biological study of humans, wants a PhD in that, a doctorate. And if they continue to do this and to continue to try to convert people, then I'm going to have even more of an argument. So even if this person has wrecked relationships of mine based on this hierarchy of his people have done this, then they're just going to... That's the only thing it will do. is give me a whole argument on this. That's the only thing they've accomplished. And it seems to me that this person is not going to discontinue what he's doing until he supposedly gets what he wants, which is not going to happen, no matter how many people he takes from me. Because at the end of it, I will have a dissertation. Because if they do this, they've already been doing it for like almost 2 years, since egg slut, since egg slut began, really. Which, that off the bat, I can correlate with that it has something to do with sex.
When we get in there, I'm going to need to use the restroom.
You know? Sex and money. The two primary motives of this whole ordeal. I can correlate it each time with that. Even though egg slut has nothing to do with sex, but it's the wording, it's the symbolism that is in there. That's the whole point. So if they continue to do this, then by all means, I suppose they can. But it's not going to make me feel bad about myself, and no matter how many people, ultimately nobody that I know has joined this hierarchy, really, except for this person started it, which is kind of weird because I did know this person. But how come every other guy, woman, everybody else seems to have enough respect for me that they wouldn't participate in this? It's like, and if they're doing these in Pennsylvania, and shit, they're probably gonna do them other places too. That means it's not just California. So I was initially somewhat incorrect. It's not just a cultural Californian thing then too. They're doing this elsewhere. And if they're doing it in another state, they'd probably do it in another country. They'd probably do it wherever humans are around. Which makes the point that it's part of our biology. It's not a cultural... To enact behaviors like this is based on biology, not culture. Period.
So when we go in, I'm going to use the restroom first before we pick the car up, okay?
Right. They can knock me out of employment and do all this stuff. I'm still going to have the resources to do this. Whole dissertation.